Are you tired of 2D Mario games where you're just endlessly running to the right while all of your enemies casually make their way to the left? How would you like to add an all-new exciting third dimension to your plumber adventures? Well, then you need to check out Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Let's start out with an exciting trip back to 1996 to explore the first steps into the realm of 3D on the Nintendo 64 with Super Mario 64. Dive into the role of a super cool plumber named Mario as you adventure into the Mushroom Kingdom to find out that Bowser has kidnapped Princess Peach. Start your adventure heading into the castle and jumping face first into magical paintings to be whisked away to worlds full of fantastical creatures, most of which hate you. Make your way around this world of limited polygons where advanced concepts of shadow and lighting haven't been invented yet. Test the very limits of your depth perception as you try to make your way onto platforms that you can't really see because they disappear when viewed straight on. Enjoy one of the first implementations of a controllable 3D camera that can find the most fascinating ways not to show your character on the screen. Test the limits of this Lakitu-driven perspective as you try and fail to blindly jump around corners and onto moving surfaces. When you do fall into a pit of oblivion, you'll be kicked right out of that jiggly painting and lose a life. Don't worry though, if you lose all of your lives, the worst that can happen is a moderate walk back into the castle. Leap back into those paintings and select a level so you can visit the same location but with slightly different outcomes. You can try fun challenges like racing giant animals, collecting red coins from perilous locations, or just climbing to the top of some ridiculous tower of inconveniences. You might even have to murder some random creature. Once you've climbed, collected, or killed, you get rewarded with the mightiest of Mario rewards, a star. Collect enough of these and you can open up new sections of the castle and access more portal paintings. Eventually, you'll make it to a point where you can fight the evil Bowser. Navigate his lava-filled world of fire and brimstone to make it to his sanctum where you'll commence the ring around the rosy fun of grabbing Bowser by the tail and whipping his spiky ass into some conveniently placed explosives. Once you've collected at least 70 of these 120 stars and tossed some Bowser tail, you can find victory in this slightly better looking but still not remastered version of the 24-year-old classic. Super Mario 64, a game only as good as your nostalgic memories of it. Now let's grab our weird Boppa controller, blow on that warp whistle, and head on a tropical trip to 2002 with Super Mario Sunshine. Dive into the role of Mario as he takes a vacation with Princess Peach and a bunch of toads to the island paradise of Isle Delfino. Kick off your relaxing holiday by landing on a runway covered in a blob of wiggly colors. Luckily nearby is some kind of sentient robotic backpack squirt gun called Flood. Use this device to blow your load all over the squirming paint, and then you've just been introduced to a mechanic that's supposed to hold up an entire game. Now you'll be presented with the classic Mario reward of excellence, a star, except now it's called a shine sprite for no reason other than distinct brand recognition. Head to the main hub of the island just in time to get arrested because someone that looks almost nothing like you has been running around shitting all over the town. In a miraculous turn of events, they'll realize it wasn't you at all, but you'll still be tasked with cleaning everything up. However, before you know it, the biggest twist in any Mario game happens. Princess Peach is kidnapped. While chasing her down, you'll come to find this not doppelganger is actually Bowser, or at least his disproportionately sized son. Now you can continue Mario's three-dimensional love of jumping into paintings and teleporting to new adventures. Jump across this soiled tropical island visiting places like busy ports, theme parks, haunted hotels, and even active volcanoes for some reason. Dive into each one of these worlds to complete a task for more shine sprites. It may be as simple as collecting some red coins or killing innocent baby turtles, but every now and then it's a nightmare-inducing romp through a bad acid trip in this weird Mario-themed purgatory. Every time this son of a bitch steals your backpack, you know you're about to get trolled by Shigeru Miyamoto. Whether you're trying not to slide off a giant flying bird made of sand or getting your ass chucked across platforms by a collection of perpetually trapped blob people, the fun never stops. Even if it's only because the game won't let you progress until you win. Once you've chased this shadowy Mario figure around a dozen times, leaving him face down and soaked by your powerful blasts of liquid, you finally follow him into a mountain where it's revealed again that he's actually still Bowser Jr. Now all you've got to do is cross a lake of lava in a boat with physics from another dimension and you're ready for the end of the game. An awkward family bath time with the real Bowser. Super Mario Sunshine. Getting locked up abroad has never seemed so terrifyingly fun. Now we can finally get Mario up close and personal with his coveted stars as we travel into the future of 2007 Super Mario Galaxy. Dive into the role of Mario as he ventures back to the Mushroom Kingdom to visit Princess Peach and celebrate the Star Festival. Every 100 years, a comet shows up and showers the land in meteors, but instead of fleeing in terror, everyone goes outside and has a party. But suddenly, the unexpected happens. Bowser shows up to kidnap Princess Peach. But this time, he's not fucking around. He brought half a dozen airships and even a UFO. He doesn't just take Peach, he kidnaps the entire castle. Luckily, Mario falls off and ends up meeting a new chick and assumes he can move on to let Peach be with her new man. However, Rosalina turns out to be a weird cat lady, but instead of cats, she collects Lumas. These chubby little star people have the power to create all sorts of celestial bodies like planets and stars, and there's even one that hangs out on top of your head, giving you the power to spin around aggressively. Now you can take this new power and explore the universe, heading from galaxy to galaxy, hopping to tiny planets and exploring the vacuum of space while fighting your way back to Bowser. Explore a wide variety of worlds like Bee Galaxy, Desert Galaxy, Beach Galaxy with penguins for some reason, and even a toy galaxy with a giant robot you can slowly dismantle. Gain new powers like turning into a bee and flying around for seconds at a time, transforming into a spooky ghost and scaring Luigi, or becoming a spring. Run, jump, and float your way through these galaxies collecting star bits using your Joy-Cons like a Wiimote and nunchuck, and they don't suck anywhere near as much as I thought they would, even with this little tiny nipple of a thumbstick. Then you can bring those bits back to the main hub and gorge some friendly Lumas until they explode into a new galaxy for you to visit. Explore exciting levels with vomit-inducing transitions and manipulations of gravity happening at every turn. They even finally fixed most of the annoying camera issues by rarely ever letting you move it. Now it swoops around while Mario zips between planets for maximum cinematic effect and sits motionless as you navigate perilous journeys between gravity wells and the horrific death of a black hole. Once you complete a galaxy by killing one of these cool bosses or just making your way to the end, you get rewarded with Power Stars. Just like every other 3D Mario experience, you need to hoard these like PS5s for eBay so you can unlock more galaxies and power up your Comet spaceship to get to Peach and save the day. This time around, you get to fight both Bowser and his much less capable child, but in the end, you only get to punch one of them into the sun. Super Mario Galaxy. In space, no one can hear you? That's not all there is to this collection, though. You can also listen to the music from each game. Now you can relax to the soothing sounds of Dire Dire Docks, catch some rays to the tunes of Delfino Plaza, or take to the skies on a giant flower with Gusty Garden Galaxy. You finally have the option to sit idly in front of your Switch listening to your favorite music like you always wanted to. Super Mario 3D All-Stars, a visual reference on the 11-year journey for Nintendo to figure out how to make 3D Mario games actually fun. This triple feature abbreviated review took a great deal of time to play and put together. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like and share it with any people you know who like game reviews that aren't really game reviews and sound like commercials. If you want to support this channel, check out Patreon or my all-new Nexus store in the description. Thank you for watching and have a great day!